Okay, so sometimes you guys might feel like you're in a really dominant spot, but you're not really sure what to do from top mount, okay? So we're gonna kind of go over a really quick system, a few moves that I really like to try to go for. Using this system, we can chain together a few submissions very, very easily. This system really goes together where you can kind of attack the whole body. I really like to kind of start it off in mount. We're gonna go over a really quick Americana. If that doesn't work, we're gonna switch it to an armbar. Right into a good triangle. So when I'm in mount, I really need to focus on a good 2-on-1. So when I'm here, focus on a good 2-on-1, make sure it's your good side, push it right down to the mat. Very important, as soon as I do this, I'm gonna bring my elbow right next to his face, kind of crushing him with my body weight. I wanna close this little bit of a space, put my chest right to the mat, crushing him with my elbow. When I'm here, one little thing I like to do is I don't like to grab with my thumb like this. I like to kind of monkey grip it just like this. As soon as I'm here, I'm gonna start to attack. I'm gonna go underneath, grab my own wrist. Now, I'm trying to bring his elbow right to his hip, right here, almost right to his belt. I'm not gonna reef up really high. I'm just gonna start to slowly drag it down, lifting up. As I start to bring it really close to his hip, I'm lifting up as I'm bringing it to his hip. We're using leverage instead of power to our advantage. We're using just this little bit of leverage compared to this power, okay? Use that little bit of leverage to your advantage. It really does help. Sometimes this might not work. You might be going against a really strong, very flexible opponent. So if I can't outmuscle my partner here, use my leverage, I'll instantly start to switch to my next move. I'm gonna switch his hand all the way to his other ear. As soon as I do this, I wanna put a lot of pressure on my partner's arm so he can't move it. So I'll put my chest right on the back of his arm. Now from here, I'm gonna start to climb up, bring my knee right next to his head, almost turning my angle. As soon as I'm here, I'm gonna bring my foot into his armpit. I'm gonna kind of sit on him, making sure a lot of my weight is on him. If you notice, I keep my grip the whole time. Now, instead of me standing up or anything, all I'm gonna do is just slightly lean towards my partner's belly, putting a lot of pressure on him. All I'm gonna do is just kick my leg right over just like this. So, if you notice how I was on top of my opponent the whole time, I'm not too far to this side, too far on this side, and you guys are starting to lean towards your belly, get comfortable crushing your opponent, putting all your weight on him and feeling comfortable. Because if you're too off to the side, using your hands open, standing up, it's gonna make the armbar a lot more awkward, giving him more space. So get more comfortable kind of crushing your partner, putting weight on him, things like that. If my armbar doesn't work, we have a few other options here. So, as you can see, Coach Addy, his arms are very tight, very strong. When I'm here, I like to kind of grease my partner a little bit with a Bicep-Slicer. Not really going for the Bicep-Slicer, but using it to break and attack my armbar from there. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to stab my partner's thumb right into one side of their chest. With their thumb, boom, right onto one side of their chest. As soon as I do that, I'm gonna start to slide their thumb all the way to the other side of their chest, just like this. So I'm here, I'm sliding it all the way to the other side. Even right here is a nice little Bicep-Slicer. So I won't necessarily use this to finish, I will use this to break the grip. So if my partner has his grip very strong, I'll stab him in the heart with his thumb, slide it all the way back. If it's not working, I'll use my feet to break, okay? As soon as I'm here, focus on wrist control. Don't be down here fighting his arm. I want to grab 2-on-1 with his wrist, making sure his thumb is up. We can go from here. If we're here and I'm reefing on this Bicep-Slicer and I cannot go for my armbar, I can't go for my armbar at all, I'll start to switch to my triangle. I'll try to kick my foot through this little hole. If I kick my leg through all the way, I can pull him into me, lock my triangle. Yet again, he might try to sit up onto his knees and start to stack you, so he might help by coming up into your triangle right here. I want to try to kick my leg all the way through to the point where I can bring my knee through, just like this. Now, a lot of times you might feel like you need to let go to grab the back of his head, but what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to use my Kimura trap to lean back and use my momentum to pull him forward. So I'm going to lean back and use this to pull him forward. As soon as I'm here, I need to use my legs very tight, pinching my knees together, lock up my triangle. As soon as I kind of lock up my figure four, I'm instantly going to kind of switch to my knees, just my triangle, swim the arm around, finish from there. Always constantly trying to get as tight as possible on my partner. If you are going for a submission and it's not working, don't use all your energy and all your effort on trying to continue to finish it. Jiu-jitsu is all about multitasking. You're gonna have to switch eventually, maybe to even something more comfortable. Like if I'm going for my Americana and the guy is manhandling my arm, even though I'm doing the 2-on-1, I will instantly start to switch to something else. Going for the back, going for an armbar, doing something. Because if that's not working, I'm always trying to multitask onto something else. If it's not working, move on. Don't waste all your energy.